Hey guys, it's Postbox Pat and welcome to the story of BushRanger. Recently BushRanger has had a crazy development and something which we just didn't want to happen to him. So we're going to break down exactly where BushRanger came from, where he is now, and everything about the character BushRanger. So to start with, BushRanger was first seen in a community poll on the 5th of November 2019, where we as a community had to pick between 3 different skins, and obviously our choice was BushRanger, which later he was introduced 2 days later on November the 7th for 1,200 V-Bucks in the Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 1 item shop, and you could purchase him there. He came with just one style originally, and over time his styles did develop from the blooming BushRanger to the autumn BushRanger to the winter BushRanger, and then finally the Dream Ranger, which was with the Brie Larson collaboration. Overall, BushRanger made 24 appearances into the item shop, and that was his item shop rotation. But we've got to look more into the character himself, the storyline behind him, and what exactly happened with him. Well, first off, obviously BushRanger was introduced in the Chapter 2 Season 1. We then saw him actually have something kind of cool. He was actually introduced in the trick shot loading screen in the background, which you can see right here. And then as Chapter 2 Season 2 came by, people were rumoured that possibly that he could be part of the Ego, which was obviously Ghost. That's what people were saying. Still not 100% confirmation on that fact, but that's what people say. Then it wasn't long before we saw BushRanger again in action in the Chapter 2 Season 2 trailer, which you can see right here, where he was hiding a lot of information on the tree. This guy definitely knew something. If you actually read the description for the BushRanger on the island, the description in his character collection book states the following. BushRanger had no idea how he ended up on the island, but he knows that none of the other trees are quite like him. Until he can find his way home, he's happy to live off the land and off the beaten path. And this was his description for both, or all should I say, of all of his appearances as an NPC. He was first introduced as an NPC in Season 5, where you could see his location here scattered in 3 different spots over the map. Then in Season 6 he had another spot on the map closer to Pleasant Park, and finally this season he was located outside of Risky Reels, just across the river. So they were BushRanger's 3 locations, I guess. He technically had 5 because there was 2 locations in the Season 5. He had 3 in total, there was 2 other ones, so technically 5 different NPC spots on the map for his character introduction. He has been probably the only NPC other than Bunker Jonesy to be carried over every single season, if you don't class Shadow and Ghost. Technically, they aren't NPCs, they're more boss-like mechanics. They don't come in your collection book, but you know, you could class them, I guess. They've technically been in longer than BushRanger in the map itself as an NPC, but if you don't count them, BushRanger's on par with Bunker Jonesy. Also, BushRanger is one of the only characters in the world of Fortnite that we know that hasn't actually come from an external source. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, he doesn't really know where he's from. So, you know, most of the characters know they've been put in the loop from a usual spot, but BushRanger along with Drift have come from kind of like an outsider land that no one really knows, similar to what happened with the DC and Marvel characters. So BushRanger is one of the only characters that doesn't know where his original home is, and that I can't wait to explore further. And I do expect BushRanger's story will expand a little bit more. I can't 100% guarantee it because recently you guys know what happened because you saw it in the thumbnail, but we'll jump to that in a second. So before we get to that, I just want to say BushRanger was also seen in a Season 4 loading screen, speaking of Season 4, with Groot as well. This was one of probably BushRanger's only true friends he had connection with on the island, due to Groot actually being a tree-like structure as well, but sadly Groot disappeared after Season 4 and BushRanger was left all alone as an NPC through Season 5 to Season 7. And then in Season 7 came along the legendary quests for BushRanger. Now I won't break these quests down too much, but you can see a little picture of all the different quests on screen right here. But one of them actually required you to raise an alien egg. And it looks like as you place that egg down, the following week, BushRanger had gone. There was a grave left at his location, and you can no longer find him over at Risky. It's a really sad moment for BushRanger. After 632 days, he's officially gone. So say goodbye to BushRanger, guys. It's been a rip. Let's get some rips in the chat. The real question is, how did he actually die? Did the aliens grow quick and take him outside of the loop and then bring him back in? Did he just generally die inside of the loop and the aliens have some sort of magical power that causes you not to respawn every 22 minutes? Only time will tell, and I don't have the answers to this. You'll have to let me know in the comment section down below. And let's just think about, hopefully, how BushRanger could return. If you want my honest opinion, I may think that we may get an alien version of BushRanger or a different style return, but it is an interesting topic because technically he was brought into the loop from an unknown source which he does not know. So only time will tell what will happen on BushRanger's storyline. I do suspect he is an important character for the Fortnite storyline, similar to Singularity, but we will have to wait and see. If you guys would like to see more character storyline videos, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll look into more important characters in the Fortnite storyline because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of important characters. Some of them are completely irrelevant, but some of them are very important. Let me know in the comment section down below if you would like that. Hope you guys have enjoyed my little BushRanger storyline video, and don't forget, if you want to support me further, pop in code POST to your item shop. That's POST into your item shop. It really does go a long way, and subscribe with your notification bell turned on. At the very least, do it for BushRanger, and this is my final goodbye to BushRanger. Goodbye, my friend. I hope to see you in the future.